Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk briefly about Bloodsucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh. It's a mouthful. I got this one recently from a friend of mine in Brazil. She had a brand new copy. I think she sold it to me for $25 with free shipping. It usually goes above 30. It's usually in like the $40 to $50 range used. So it was a good deal. This is kind of a comedy with slight horror elements, more of a comedy, but it's got sprinkles of horror that, gore and stuff, but nothing that would really constitute it as a horror film. It came out in 1991. It definitely feels like a late 80s, maybe early 90s production. It says right on the front that Tom Savini, who most people know for his special effects, has done the special effects in this film, and it does have some pretty cool like dismemberments and people's heads getting cut in half and stuff. So it has that going for it too. This one came on my radar because it's very similar to Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, if you've seen that film. The point of this movie, and I don't know why, but around the early 90s, late 80s, there was this sort of genre of Egyptian horror films. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, I think Blood Diner, I want to say Blood Feast was another one. I don't remember that one. And there was always this like Egyptian cult in New York City, or in this case, Pittsburgh. And things are, kind of going on behind the scenes, and they're sacrificing people or killing people for some kind of crazy god. That's sort of the premise of this movie, just like the other ones. So it's not very intuitive in that regard. But it stars these two kind of bumbling cops in a way, and one of them knows all of the people getting murdered. He happens to know them all because they're all hookers, and he is single, and he, I guess, uses prostitutes. The other guy's a little more nerdy. He has this wife who is a constant part of the film. She's a chain smoker, and there's just cigarettes everywhere on the floor, outside, and throughout the film they're sending her to treatment, and it's like a kind of running gag. They're sending her to treatment that, like, if she takes a puff of a cigarette, they beat her up, or they shock her, or whatever, and she becomes a pretty integral part of the movie, and especially part of the ending. So she's pretty funny in kind of a goofy way. She has a voice box with one of those things because she obviously has some kind of, I guess, throat cancer from smoking too much, but doesn't care and just keeps smoking throughout the film. There's a police sergeant or lieutenant that just yells at the two cops throughout the whole movie and starts to think that they're in on something here. And, there's some like goofy jokes and humor and adult situations, some sexual like overtones. It's a pretty fun film. Again, if you liked Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, it's got a very similar vibe with that Egyptian detective thing going on with the noir kind of detective work. This one is not as like pulpy and noirish. It's a little more, I guess, horror-y. I don't know. I would say they're very similar though. So if you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. It has an interview with Tom Savini, a brand new HD restoration which looked good, still galleries, behind the scene footage, deleted scenes, an interview with the director, and a reversible cover art. This is the 88 films release from England. This is region free. So if you like this film, you can pick this up. There's a Spanish one that's a bootleg from Spain, and I believe there's one more release. I forget who did it that I want to say is also region free, but I knew this one was. So I picked this one up because I knew this one I could definitely play in America. It's a fun little film, some cheesy, goofy thing that you'd see on maybe, I don't know, HBO or something at like 2 in the morning in the 90s. So I recommend it, especially if you like those kind of comedies that I've mentioned prior. If you want straight horror, no. If you're expecting a lot of gore and raunchiness and nudity, no. But it's definitely goofy fun. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Bloodsucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh. I want to hear your 2 cents on it. I thought it was cool. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.